Hello, it's Dr. A-Strike again, and I'm now working in my home office today, so you're going to get a little bit of insight into what my house looks like. So welcome to my house. This video today is coming up a little bit later than normal because I planned on making some changes to the structure of the class after last year, and based on what I'm seeing from the work that you're turning in and some of the emails that I'm getting, that you need more videos and you need them more frequently. So now we're gonna, there's going to be more information coming in video format, and I will be working very hard to post them in the future on Mondays. Okay, so first of all, let's go look at the syllabus. And the syllabus is posted on our on our Moodle account, and this is where all of your information is. Now, most of you have taken the online Moodle syllabus quiz, and the reason why I wanted everyone to take that quiz is because since we're not meeting in person, it's very important that we have some sort of give and take that ensures that you've actually taken some time to look over the syllabus. Now, although most people did extremely well on the syllabus quiz, congratulations, you studied and read through here. I am having a little bit of concern about the fact that we have some new people in the course who have not yet taken the syllabus quiz and might be procrastinating a little bit and haven't figured out that absence reporting is due to the federal government. And so I do want to call your attention to the fact that your attendance is counted. Let's see, where is that here in the syllabus? Your attendance is counted by whether or not you turn in homework. That's really the only way I can keep track of whether or not you're participating in the classes, by your regular submission of homework assignments. So do make sure that you turn in your assignments regularly. Now, I need to report any student who has not attended by January 22nd, which is Monday. And normally, what I do is have that submission deadline cut off right when absence reporting starts, which is today. And so you were supposed to submit by 11:59 last night, at least once, so that I could tell you you'd attended the class at least once. Of course, your homework for this week isn't due until Sunday, which would be regular. Your homework is always due on a Sunday before midnight. But I'm going to give you guys an extension, not only on the homework for this week, but also on this you must submit once before 11:59 p.m. on January 18th. That's not working out well because we have a couple of people who just added this week. So do know that you must submit at least something before midnight this Sunday, January 21st, in order to not be reported as never having attended this course, which will mess up your financial aid terribly if that happens. And also B, to be counted as attending for this week, as well as C, in order to gain points for having completed the homework, and also to keep on track with the course in general. So this is all very, very important. And do make sure you go back and you check the syllabus every week, refresh yourself. We're not going to be meeting in person, which for a lot of you, that's great because you don't have to travel onto campus. You gain a lot of time that way. You also get to participate in the course on your own time. The internet is there anytime you want it to be. But that also means that you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders to make sure that you regularly come back and do the work that you're supposed to do. So do make sure you keep coming back, checking the syllabus every week, and making sure that you're very clear about what my expectations are for you for that week. So if we go down here to the course schedule. Last week you were supposed to read over the syllabus and introductions. You're supposed to do the 7 deadly sins. Notice that as I cursor over this, there's a link here. And it says that up here that all of the homework is linked when applicable to the syllabus. So you were supposed to read 7 deadly sins and then do the Who Are You assignment, which was explained. I'll show you where that is on the website here in just a minute. And then also start reading the Shelley Frankenstein book. Now, for some reason, some people are not clicking on this link, which takes you directly to here, which is where you can download for free either a text version, you can tell it's text because there's a little book icon here, of Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus, or you can come over here where there's this little microphone, or no, it's not a microphone, speaker icon, which brings you to an audio version of Frankenstein. Again, these are all free. If you haven't been following along, somehow pretending like these assignments are never going to come due in Never Never Land, do make sure you start working on it now, because this homework is due by end of day on Sunday. Come back here to the syllabus. You'll see here that we had Monday off. You're supposed to read Digital Storytelling Chapter 1 out of your textbook, this lovely textbook. I'm going backwards. Okay, there we go. As well as finishing up the Shelley Frankenstein book. Now we're not doing an in-depth study on this. I just want you all, it's a great book, it's interesting, and this is going to set us up for some discussions we're going to have later as we move on and keep talking about the difference between reading print texts and transmedia texts. So do make sure that you go and read and or listen to this this novel, because there is a Frankenstein assignment, which you'll find on Moodle, as well as a digital storytelling assignment, which means something out of the textbook. All right, so each week keeps on going that way, where it says what you're assigned to read or view. Next week is the Frankenstein movie. You can see the span of dates here. Span of dates here, so it shows you it's next week, January 22nd through January 28th. You're going to read Chapter 2, read this article, which is linked here, and watch Frankenstein. Now, Frankenstein is not for view for free on YouTube, even though it comes up in a couple places saying that that is a complete video. It's not a complete video there. It's missing about 15 minutes if you actually watch the whole thing. So I put a link here to Amazon Prime. I already own it. I've been watching it. You can rent it for $4 or less than $4. There's also a copy at the library. Make sure that you view the 1931 version for next week, because apparently there's 5 different types of adaptations of Frankenstein on that CD, as well as other places you can watch it. I think my students have said that it's on, oh gosh, I don't remember. But everybody subscribes to a lot of different video, movie, TV viewing subscriptions. So click around on yours and see if you can find it. Otherwise, you can rent it for relatively cheap, $4. $4, it too can be yours. All right, so let's see, I want to go back here and go back to the main page of our Moodle website. And you'll see here that under each week, last week was January 8th through January 14th, these were your assignments, the Digital Sense assignment and the syllabus quiz. If you haven't done those yet, do them soon. Well, the syllabus quiz is already closed out, but the Digital Sense assignment, you have until this Sunday to do it. You get a 5% penalty for every 24 hours it's late, but believe me, it's better to turn it in with a penalty and get some points than to get no points. I've been teaching for decades now, and the main thing that causes students to not be able to pass a course is when they simply do not turn in assignments. Even if you do poorly on a couple of assignments, you still will be able to pass the course in the end. So make sure you turn something in, even if it's late. I stress that. So for this week, I put up a video earlier this week, and now this is my second one. It's coming up a little late again. I'll try not to have them come up so late. They should usually be up by end of day on Monday, so be aware of that. And then here are the assignments. Assignment 1 of 2, the Frankenstein novel quiz, and assignment 2 of 2, which is to answer these 4 questions on digital storytelling, chapter 1. Now, do make sure that you follow my instructions here. Each answer should be in the form of a short paragraph, 2 to 4 sentences. A couple of people have already turned in their assignment, and what I'm noticing right off the bat is that where these submissions could be improved is by providing an example of what it is that you have found in your answer, like in what ways is digital storytelling like traditional forms of storytelling, in which ways is it quite unique. In addition to just defining it, it's nice if you provide an example to show that you understand the concept. So if you can add, as you're thinking about this assignment, and for all future assignments for this course, not just when you're asked something like this, like what is something, you say, okay, it is X, Y, and Z, and we can see an example of it in this particular scenario. Your example should be a connection that you've made outside of the textbook. So don't just retype examples that Miller gives to explain her concept. Say, I've read this information, I understand the definition, I've read Miller's examples that helped me to understand the definition. Here is an example from my life that I think also illustrates this definition. That will really help you to get that 100% on your homework, as opposed to like a 90% or an 80% or even a 70% for just providing sort of the basic minimum information. Okay? So do remember that a C on an assignment means you've passed. You've done the minimum of what's been asked of you. But to give you that little extra edge, to put you over the top, do make sure you give an example that sort of underscores your comprehension. Again, we're not meeting in person, so these interactions between us where you submit homework is really going to help me to identify when you're doing well and when you're going to need a little bit extra help or explanation. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and start another one just to talk quickly about Chapter 1. So hopefully this has been helpful, and I will see you again here soon.